Hello, hey, my name is Henry J, and please do not click off this video if you don't like voiceovers. There is an exact replica of it with the drawing, except it's 21 minutes of 5 minutes of Freddy songs. In the description, it'll be right there. You can go to that, and then I still get views, and you get to relive your glory emo days while doing whatever it is you're doing, drawing or chores or just not listening to my voice. That being said, hello again. I am Henry, and I am drawing fan art for a game that has not been relevant since middle school for me. So, 2016. I know that the 5 Minutes at Freddy's fandom still exists because I have been on TikTok, and we're all, well, not me, because I'm not really aware of what's going on, but I know all the women-loving women are simping for that bunny girl. I think her name is Val. I don't know. I support that wholeheartedly, though. But I have not kept up with 5 Minutes at Freddy's since, the fourth game, because that one was fucking scary, and because I didn't think it was going to keep going after that. I was obviously aware of Sister Location, but I never, looked into it. I didn't really care about it. So, as far as I'm concerned, the first 4 games are, the true 5 Minutes at Freddy's games. And my favorite was 2. Because, well, first of all, I just think it is the best in terms of mechanics. It has more characters than 1. It's more polished because, it was the second go-around. But it hadn't yet gotten so big and gimmicky that he being Scott was forcing a bunch of stuff into it. And also 3 is just the worst game anyways. Don't at me. But aside from that, 2 has the best characters, in my humble opinion. I love Toy Bonnie and Mangle. I had a crush on both of them when I was 14, and I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of my animatronic OC called Kitty Cat. And I'm a little bit ashamed that I made Hypo Kids. I'm a little bit ashamed of that. But I'm not ashamed of anything else, and I am definitely not ashamed of the fact that, let's be real, as humans, these 4 would be pretty hot. And another reason that I did these ones, you'll notice that even though 5 Nights at Freddy's 2 is kind of known for these 4 and the marionette and Balloon Boy, we do not discuss Balloon Boy, I did not draw the marionette. The marionette does have a dead kid in it, and I know the fandom doesn't really care. I've seen people draw themselves fucking Springtrap, but personally, I'm still not sure how I feel about drawing, shippable, cutesy, adult human versions of 4 haunted robots that have murdered children in them. So I went with the safe bet and just humanized 4 completely regular, non-haunted, murderous robots. And I think that was the right choice anyways, because drawing 5 people is too many. I wanted, right off the bat, for there to be, a theme with me drawing these 4, because, they're Chuck E. Cheese-esque, they're animatronic performers, and I was thinking of the Doodle Bops when I was drawing them. I don't know if anyone else even watched that show, but it was in kind of the same vein as the Wiggles or whatever. It's just you watching episodes of a children's band singing songs and, going on tour in their weird little animated bus. And I thought, fan-fucking-tastic. I would absolutely have watched that in, 2007 if these guys were one of those shows. So the Freddy Fazbear afternoon fun time hour is a theoretical TV show in which these 4 adults with an animal theme, and they each have their own color. Freddy is red, Bonnie is blue, Chica is not orange, yellow, and Mangle is pink. They're just a group of normal old adult people who sing children's songs, and they're all best friends and live in a weird magical tour bus. or something. And naturally, I had to develop each of their personalities before figuring out my design process. So Toy Freddy is, as he must be, as the leader, the friendly, approachable, huggable one. He is the fan favorite. Well, theoretically, the fan favorite. Because he's the one in charge. He's the lead singer, and he's clearly the most huggable because he's a teddy bear, and that's why I had to make him the most, like, friend-shaped, naturally. And he is the most neutral-looking, like, in terms of both his outfit and his expression. I wanted him to look like the default. He has a pretty, like, base-level Usher's outfit kind of thing. He has a very simple expression. He's smiling, he's singing, he's looking at his friends. He's having a grand old time. Toy Bonnie is the snarky one. About as snarky as children's cartoons get. He says the funny little quips. He teases the other characters. And outside of the children's show theory, he is the hot one. Because I make the rules. And I don't have to move on from my middle school ideals. Ever. You can't make me. And as a trans man, he is absolutely transition goals. Because look at him. He is male presenting. He is a guy. But he is living it up. He's wearing the lipstick. He's wearing the eyeshadow. He's got that whole fucking look. And I didn't even have to feel bad about doing it because it's canon. Look at that boy. I love his design probably the most, sheerly out of my bias for Toy Bonnie. After him, though, is Toy Chica, and I really ended up loving her in a way I didn't think I was gonna, because I never really cared for any of the Chicas before, but I wanted Toy Chica to be the spunky one. She's the, like, role model for the little girls, because even though she and Mangle are both characters, Toy Chica is, like, you know, she's the female character. She is the Uniqua and the Tasha. I can't think of any other children's TV shows than the Backyardigans. No, Dora doesn't work because she's already the main character. She's the token female in the group of boys who is, like, smart, but also athletic, but also charismatic. You know what I mean. She was, like, the it girl. And she's fucking having a great time. She is not just a waitress. She is part of the band. She is performing on her keyboard that I did not know how to draw. And she is incredibly talented and incredibly cute. I love her haircut. I love the way that she came out. Hers is very gestury in terms of, like, the way that I drew her. But she is a girl boss. And she does not gaslight or gatekeep. She is the proper, indicted, truly honorable girl boss. She supports her workers unionizing. And after her, last but not least, is Mangle, the Mangle. Would I call her Toy Foxy? I don't know if I should call her Toy Foxy, because I believe that is what the sister location one is called. Or, no. Did they have different names? I don't know. I didn't pay attention to sister location. But Mangle, I will just refer to her as Mangle, is the shy one of the group. She's very open to make new friends, but she won't do it of her own volition. She is the Fluttershy. She is singing backup. She is just happy to be here. She doesn't really care about the attention. She's maybe not perceived to be the most popular, but she has the biggest underground following amongst the non-children who watch the show, because she is just a sweetie, and she deserves any love that she gets, even if she doesn't necessarily feel that way. I wanted to kind of, like, twist on the fact that the Mangle was the least popular character, or, like, implied to be the least popular character in the canon of the restaurant, because she was mangled. And because I know there was even more controversy about her gender than the Bonnie's, and because I don't remember what Mangle's canon gender ended up being, I came to the personal conclusion, as a trans person, that she is a trans femme of some kind, gender fluid, non-binary, maybe she's a trans woman, I don't know. But I wanted to color a she, I wanted to make her femme presenting, so I did. I make the rules. They are murder robots. I can do what I want. And she's just a darling, and I love her very much. I was very tempted to give her skirt, her cute little skirt, like a poodle skirt theme, but with a fox instead, and now I'm kind of upset that I didn't. I don't know why I didn't do that. I was like, no, it won't fit the theme, but like, Chica doesn't even look a little bit like her canon model, so who cares? Like, could have just done what I wanted, and that's probably my main regret of the whole thing. But other than that, I think she's adorable. I think she turned out great, and she changed a lot from my very, very initial concept of what a human mangle would look like. Like, in middle school, I thought she was gonna be like an edgy doll-looking thing, and then I kind of made her look like a punk rocker in my like traditional sketch concept for the characters. And then I did this, and I was like, no, she looks like a little 50s girl. She looks like she hangs out by the jukebox. She looks like she's a little shy, but she likes milkshakes. And the little lover boy in me went out on that one and made her that. So, from then on, I actually got into the designing of the characters, past their personalities, and I tried to give each of them a distinct color scheme. I struggled a little bit at first with, like, keeping them consistent to their models. Like, with Freddy, I was like, he has to have the black bow tie and the black buttons because that's what he looks like. But then with Bonnie, I went off kilter for his ears. And then with Chica, like I said, her model is wearing a bib and panties, and I didn't even remotely reference it when I drew her. So she doesn't look at all like her model. But I needed the colors at least to resemble them, so I kept those as a theme. Freddy is red, because red is, like, the most basic color. It just feels like it. I think it's a fact. And because he's got red on his top hat, and if it's not going to be on his bow tie, then it might as well be on his vest and his pants. So Freddy is red. And Bonnie is obviously blue, though when I'm reviewing the footage, it very much looks like a Perry the Platypus teal. I'm not opposed to that, though. And Chica is obviously yellow, because she is so fucking yellow, because all she is wearing is a bib and panties, and Mangle is pink, as makes sense. They all have the personality themes and the color themes that make them just distinct enough that they could be children's characters, but also just, like, basic enough that if I ever wanted to do something more with them, because I just did this on a whim after listening to a That Kid playlist, because I'm procrastinating being productive, I could expand upon them. I could add more characters if I ever work up the nerves to draw Balloon Boy, or learn anything more about the canon past 4. And overall, I had a lot of fun. I definitely accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, which was relax and draw some Five Nights at Freddy's fan art. I haven't drawn fan art properly in forever. It feels like I've been spending so much time working on personal projects and trying to, like, maintain a job and move out and be an adult and have mental illnesses to manage, that I haven't properly sat down and just drawn some self-indulgent shit like I used to. And this was a very, very nice break from that. I had like, God, I don't even know how to describe it. I had a very, like, euphoric moment while doing this. I was like, this is what I wanted in middle school. I wanted a good drawing, because I think the drawing is good. It's definitely better than what I could do in middle school, of the characters that made me happy. And I did that. I have that now. I have this, especially to compare to my old art and be like, I came that far, and I didn't fully grow out of that phase, but I can now see the progress, and I can see how it inspired me. And it made me really happy. And I hope that you enjoyed watching me fumble with line art and coloring for 20 minutes. Not even 20 minutes. I'm probably exaggerating a little bit on how long this was. But I think it was a good time. It was definitely a good time for me, and I hope it was a good time for you. And I hope that I have time to do more stuff like this in the future. I would like to expand more on my like childhood, maybe even farther back than middle school nostalgia. I definitely have a lot to explore in that aspect, from like the normal stuff to the more unusual stuff. And it would be neat to take a break every so often and do that, and get a little bit of attention out of it, maybe by putting it online where strangers can see it. But here is here's the initial sketch, and then here is the final product, and then what the heck, I'll throw out a very original sketch so you can see what I mean about Mangle, and I won't show you any of my old stuff because, well, yeah, but it was a good time, and I hope you have a good time. I hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching. Ciao.